for another reaction video doing on a...
Before we get to that, this is Sunshine.
Oh. This is E.
What's going on?
I'm excited. I'm just trying to get to this battle here. All so, yeah, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, finish.
All right. So, before we get started, we're doing it on who?
It's Batman and Sherlock Holmes, epic rap battle of history. Maybe we've done some of these before and they've added other people to it, so maybe they may do this, I'm not sure, because I'm trying to get the connection with Sherlock Holmes and Batman, because usually they're like two comedians, two cooks, two something, so I'm trying to, or two directors, two movie makers, or in comics, so I'm trying to figure out the connection between Batman and Sherlock Holmes.
Maybe they figure out
crime
things.
Fighters, maybe crime fighters. Well,
yeah, I would say crime fighters. Okay, so maybe that's...
We'll see.
Yeah,
okay.
So I mean, that's the only thing. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go. Okay, you ready?
I don't know, but we'll find out. Okay. So, but before we get started, I want you to hit the like button right there. All right, and hope you like our reaction. Here we go.
Sherlock Holmes! Who's it? Nice hat, dork. You look like a duck. I had Alfred read your books. He told me they suck. I'll crush your British nuts until they're bangers and mash. I've seen better detective work in Tango and Cash. You jump, I kick punks like you off the streets. While you and Velma here solving Scooby-Doo mysteries. Nothing makes me laugh, but I bet your raps can. So bring it on, bitch. I'm Batman.
I once met a rich fellow who smelled of guano and pain. Holmes, explain.
I deduce this douche stain is Bruce Wayne.
Millionaire?
Yes, his wealth would allow this adversary of ours to afford the toys he needs.
Thinks he has no superpowers.
You want to battle, Bat? Bring it
I
back.
heard he has a British butler.
Good. Then he'll be used to getting served by Englishmen. You're a whack vigilante black panty spud with no skill. My sidekick's a doctor.
Because his flows are so ill.
Shut up, nerds. I serve justice, so eat it. My sidekick only comes around
When he's needed. Boy, wonder how your ass got killed. Way harder than those hounds down in Baskerville. I'm busted with that rock repellent. Repellent build, the station build, nobody did it, tell it. Got a secret about your homegirl, Irene Adler. Back to my nest of bed, Parker splatter. I'll shatter that fiddle with a chop of the hand. Holy Conan Doyle, let's get him. Oh, goddamn.
You're not smart. You're selfish. You endanger everyone's life. Why don't you let your boyfriend here go home to his wife? Nobody likes you. Not your brother, not your partner, not Scotland Yard. You'll die alone with no friends except that needle in your arm. This mustn't register on an emotional level. First, exploit childhood tragedy. Then gesture with pipe. Watson finishes punchline. Next, acknowledge compliment. Conclude with killer catchphrase. I believe your parents' homicide is why you mask your face. You're shamed and traumatized and haunted by the vast disgrace of watching like a passive waste as mama died and daddy was dispatched with haste.
Holmes, you cracked the case.
You're a batshit crazy basket case!
Bloody good rhymes.
I've got tons. Dissing these dynamic douchebags was elementary, my dear Watson. Whole war! Holster! Yoga-san! Outboard!
Oh boy. So what do you think?
I'm gonna go with Sherlock Holmes. First, I was listening to Batman. I kind of went back and forth. Let me say this. I went back and forth. Batman. I said, "Oh, okay, that's pretty cool." But then when Sherlock came on, I was like, "Oh, I don't know." But then when Batman came back, I was like, "I don't know."
Right.
But I'm gonna give it to Mr. Holmes.
You're gonna go to Sherlock's? Wow. I don't know. Whenever it comes to rap battles, this is how I see it. Number one, I always look for the oohs and the ahs. I think Sherlock was too technical with some of his stuff. So the words he was using is all technical. Where Batman just went straight in, and it was all common talk.
But that's Sherlock.
I understand that. But what happens is rap battles usually are looking for other people to kind of say who won. It's like, okay, who won? When you talk about battles, it's not like necessarily a judge that it's usually the crowd that they're trying to hype. And so with all this technical people are like, okay, all right, okay. Where my man, he was just plain it obvious. Plus, when he brought Robin in, it was a different feel from it.
Right.
You know, it's just like when you watch like Trapped in the Closet with R. Kelly, how they had all these different characters and they were saying, you know, but he was actually doing all the vocals to it, but people were just mouthing the words. That's kind of how I felt like with Sherlock and his sidekick. Is like he was just mouthing the words. When Robin came out, that was Robin doing it. You know, so I kind of like that fact where they kind of tag team the situation instead of the other one just mouthing what Sherlock was saying. But you know, I'm just saying I'm going to go with Batman simply because I think he had more crushing blows. I mean, it was obvious because if you had the audience, everybody understood exactly what Batman was saying. Where there's some, with Sherlock Holmes, you kind of had to figure the things out. Okay, they meant, okay, I get that. But you just got to get them big shots, boom, and keep it moving. So that's why I'm gonna go with Batman. I just think that he, So I mean, as far as outside of this, was there like if you was to watch a show, would you rather be a Batman person or a Sherlock Holmes person?
I mean, if you want action, you would get Batman. But if you wanted technical details, investigating type,
Right.
you would go with Sherlock.
Yeah, and it's funny because both of these fictional characters had multiple shows or movies or something done about them. So that's
Right,
why
that's true.
And the thing about Batman, I learned a few years ago, Batman, they had their original one with Adam West, and they was doing all this bing bang, all
Right.
this stuff. And what was weird was,
Which was the better one to me.
but what's funny because it was a better one, but I learned that the only reason that series stopped is they had to move or do something different. They had to move the set or something, and they didn't want to spend the cost to do that, and they just shut the show down. It's funny. So if you ever get on, get on and look up some of these, why did this series end the way, you probably be kind of amazed at why some of these shows and stuff, shows or series or movies or whatever, they just stopped and never continued. And they were doing well at the time, and this was just as simple. It came down to a thing of cost.
I know this is a little off the cuff a little bit, but I never really got into any of the newer like Batman movies or anything like that. Beyond, what's his name? The original Batman?
Adam West.
Adam West.
Uh-huh.
I just didn't get into it, but then I heard The Dark Knight or something, that's kind of bringing an evil side of
Yeah, I mean,
Batman.
they always have to step it up. You have to try to get a little bit better than the last one. Then on top of that, you got a new crop of people, or as years go on, that you got to kind of cater to them. So a lot of this stuff, really Batman was such a simple, concept, and it wasn't really necessarily a violent thing. Even the fight scenes, although they, it wasn't that violent as you look back at it, So, but as things progress, you have to continue to take them up just to get the people involved and want them to really actually see it. So, I think that's
And there were several movies of Sherlock Holmes, so
yeah.
I don't know if I've ever watched it.
I mean, a lot of it comes down to actors because they had one that was that? Then I'm trying to figure out, was that the Batman movie where the guy killed himself or something? He got so into the character. It's the Heath, the guy that played in Brokeback Mountain.
Well, what about him?
I think he ended up killing himself. John was. I know it was. But I thought it was Batman. I'm not sure if it's Batman. It was one of those type movies where he really got in. He did an excellent part, but some people think maybe he got too much into it and it messed up his mind and things happened. So that's something. But. That's like I said. I'm gonna go with Batman. I just think he had more crushing blows and stuff.
I'm still sticking with Sherlock Holmes.
Sounds good. All right. So we're wondering who you think might have won or who you think won, and so that's who we thought. But make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and you finished? Okay. Okay, Sherlock. Okay, Batman. It's all right. All right. So make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and I do believe that is it.
Thanks for listening to Sunshine and E.